Hey there, either other guys. What is up? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry for the absence, of course. Took another day off. Doesn't matter. Here we go. Let's jump in. So, as many of you guys know, as reported by many reporters, such as IGN, which is the lovely one that we have pulled up right now, Xbox boss Phil Spencer is retiring, and Xbox president Sarah Bond is resigning, with Microsoft AI executive Asha Sharma taking over. This is not the only thing that we're going to be covering in this video, but it is where we're going to start off at. This is kind of sad, man. I'm not going to lie. Phil Spencer kind of not having a very good run towards the end there. Can't even lie to you. Xbox is kind of in the crapper. It doesn't really have many exclusives. It doesn't really have any reason to have an Xbox, especially with it just being, an Xbox anywhere. Anything can be an Xbox, but I wanted to cover, because this was announced 3 days ago, right? And I wanted to cover a few other things that we've been seeing. So earlier today, Charlie Intel reported, now being on February 23rd, that Xbox leadership, new reporting on Xbox leadership changes. Xbox Anywhere was Sarah Bond's plan, which explains why she's also stepping down and stepping away, because I feel like that was a failure, if we're being honest. This is an Xbox ad, was her idea, and offended many internally, as it should have, because it essentially crapped on everything that Xbox should have been standing for. Writing on the wall for Sarah and Phil to leave, again, kind of expected. People internally relieved that Sarah Bond is gone. Now, these things are via The Verge, right? But as we all kind of expected, that she and he not only needed the boot, but it's kind of thankful that they got the boot. More is coming from original Xbox co-founder and console designer Seamus Blackley, expecting these quotes from him, from Games Radar, GamesBeat.com, and such. So first is Xbox, like a lot of businesses that aren't the core AI business, is being sunsetted. They don't say that, but that's what's happening. I expect that the new CEO, Asha Sharma, her job is going to be as a palliative care doctor who slides Xbox gently into the night. Insert that soundbite "Fah!" here, right? Because that's crazy. It would have been shocking if they had anybody, or not anybody, if they had somebody in there in a meaningful role who was passionate about games, passionate about the creator-driven business of games, because it would be in the direct conflict with everything else Microsoft is doing. Microsoft is a company that is now about enabling its customers by enabling AI to drive things. Blackley reiterated, that's at odds with a tour model of any art, but specifically of games. We're in a new day and age where a lot of people get clowned on for, dooming AI, and, they're doomers of what could possibly be coming and everything. But in reality, when you really sit back and look at it and think about it, if AI wouldn't have taken off in such a way that it has, maybe we'd be getting the next gen consoles next year. Maybe we'd be getting the 60 series graphics cards next year. It's inevitable that the future is to come, the AI is going to come, the AI is going to change things. But I was really hoping, and, my bad for having that copium, but, I was really hoping that eventually we wouldn't have to be, saying goodbye to consoles. I have a PC now. I started my journey, my gaming journey really started on PlayStation 2. I switched over to 360. Many people did, and then we had the Xbox One. I had a Series S. I switched over to PS5. I had both of them. I don't care about the exclusives. I'll buy the console to have exclusives. That's fine. I'm a real gamer. I like gaming. I like games. Although I don't play every game. I hate Nintendo. But, I digress. It is insane that, the co-founder of Xbox itself and the console designer is even calling this like it is, because you can see it from a mile away. They insert another CEO that has literally no experience ever working on games. Her only expertise comes from AI. She was the head of an AI company. Now, you get two things out of that by switching it up like that. You're either telling her to, incorporate AI into gaming, into consoles, whether that be like I don't know, the UI, into the social spaces of the games, incorporating it into just creating games with it, or she wants to take a crazy career turn, which is not likely to happen at all, especially when you're at that level of money making and everything. All she sees is dollar signs. She doesn't care about games. She doesn't care about gamers. She doesn't care about anything of the sort for this industry. I doubt she even lets her kids play games, and if she does, that's Fortnite and Roblox, and she doesn't know the difference between the two. They all look the same to her. No offense if she even has kids, but it's very sad that they chose this person to be the successor for Xbox, because it inevitably means just like we already knew that Xbox threw in the towel. Game Pass is a failure. They're wasting money on it. They can't compete with the sales of the PlayStation 5 with the Xbox Series X and S. That ship has sailed. They have no exclusives. They're shipping all their exclusives over to PlayStation, with Halo pretty much being the only one that's left, and Gears. And they don't care anymore. They haven't cared for a long time. It's very sad to see it coming, but me personally, I'll say this right now, and I am sure many, many, many gamers feel this way as well. If they start incorporating full-blown AI-built games, I can really see a lot of people just ditching the console. I can see a lot of people just saying, to hell with that, I'm not playing Xbox anymore. Exclusives were one thing. Game is a game, but having it fully built by AI, we've already been seeing the shit that AI can build on like Twitter and stuff with videos. It's terrible. Not only that, it steals art. It puts everybody out of a job. Artists, game designers, game testers, you name it, musicians, storytellers, writers, everybody's going to lose their fucking jobs for this, because these companies have to have infinite growth. It's insane. When will it stop? It probably will never stop unless the AI bubble pops, and even then it's not going to go anywhere. They already have the technology. They're just going to try and make it as cheap as possible to put it on a bigger scale to fire everybody that they don't need anymore. And it's really sad to see that Microsoft is taking this turn, because it's clear that the company doesn't care about gamers and they don't care about making games. All they care about is profit margins, or they wouldn't have hired somebody that was a AI CEO, whatever, that's going to make this change to, as he said, slide Xbox gently into the night. Anywho, that's just my thoughts on the whole situation. I appreciate you for stopping by. Please drop your thoughts down below. We're going to be live here in about 5 minutes or so. Go check us out over at youtube.com/cheesyburrito, twitch.com/cheesyburrito, and tiktok.com/cheesyburrito. I appreciate you, and I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.